whether or not you are still worthy. You are still worthy. You are still worthy of praise. Whether or not you are still worthy, Jesus. You are still worthy, Abba Father. You are still worthy, Holy Spirit of praise. Whether or not you are still worthy, yes you are. You are still worthy. You are still worthy of all praise. Whether or not you are still worthy, yes Lord. You are still worthy. You are still worthy of all praise. Whether or not you are still worthy. You are still worthy. You are still worthy of praise. 'Cause times and seasons change, but you are still the same. You are still worthy of praise. 'Cause times and seasons change, but you are still the same. You are still worthy of praise. 'Cause times and seasons change, but Lord, you're still the same. You are still worthy of praise. Situations change, ups and downs change. You are still worthy of praise. 'Cause times and seasons change, but you are still the same. You are still worthy of all praise, Lord. Times and seasons change, but you are still the same. You are still worthy of praise. Emotions rise and fall, but you are still the same. You are still worthy of praise. Times and seasons change, but you are still the same. You are still worthy of praise. Times and seasons change, but you remain the same. You are still worthy of praise. Situations rise and fall, but you are still the same. You are still worthy of all praise. 'Cause the mountains fall and rise, but you are still the same. You are still worthy of all praise. 'Cause men and women fail, but you never fail. You are still worthy of praise. 'Cause kings and kingdoms fail, but you are still the same. You are still worthy of praise. 'Cause war and laughter comes, but you are still the same. You are still worthy of praise. All kings and kingdoms rise and fall. But you, Lord, you are still the same. You are still worthy of praise. 'Cause times and seasons change, but you are still the same. You are still worthy of praise. Times and seasons change, but you are still the same. You are still worthy of praise. Heaven and earth will pass away, but you, Lord, remain the same. You are still worthy of all praise. Still worthy, still worthy, still worthy of our praise. You are still worthy, still worthy, still worthy of our praise. You are still worthy, still worthy, still worthy of my praise. You are still worthy, still worthy, still worthy of my praise. You are still worthy. Oh yes, you are still worthy. Jesus, still worthy of my praise. Oh, still worthy. In the morning and noon, still worthy. When it's good and bad, still worthy of my praise. When I'm high and low, still worthy. When it's good or bad, still worthy. When it's right or wrong, still worthy of my praise. When I feel I don't feel, still worthy. Like giving you the praise, still worthy. Forever, Lord, you're worthy of my praise. Whether or not, Lord, still worthy. I have it or not, you're worthy. You are worthy forever, worthy of my praise. Whether I rise or fall, still worthy. Whether it's black or white, still worthy. Whether they love me, they don't, you're worthy of my praise. In death, in life, still worthy. In death, in life, still worthy. In death, in life, still worthy of my praise. Whether I get it or not, still worthy. Whether I have it or not, still worthy. Love the glory, still worthy of my praise. Whether or not, still worthy. You are God, still worthy. I give you, Lord, you're worthy of my praise. Oh, still worthy. Oh, still worthy. Oh, still worthy of my praise. Oh, still worthy. Whether in pain, Lord, still worthy. Whether in joy, you're worthy of my praise. Whether or not, still worthy. Jesus, you're worthy. Lamb of God, still worthy of my praise. In the morning, still worthy. In the afternoon, still worthy. In the midnight hour, still worthy of my praise. In the noonday, still worthy. On the mountain, still worthy. In the valley, still worthy of my praise. On the mountain top, still worthy. On the mountain below, still worthy. Down in the valley, still worthy of my praise. On the mountain, still worthy. In the valley, still worthy. Whether I'm sick in my body, you're still worthy of my praise. No matter what I see, still worthy. No matter what I hear, still worthy. No matter what's going on, you're still worthy of my praise. Whether or not, still worthy. Whether or not, still worthy. Whether or not, still worthy of my praise. Still worthy. Jesus, you're worthy. Still worthy of my praise. In the good and the bad times, still worthy. On the mountain, in the valley, still worthy. Oh, yes, you are still worthy of my praise. Whether or not you're still worthy, Jesus, whether or not you're still worthy, oh, whether or not you're still worthy of my praise. Say whether or not you're still worthy, whether or not you're still worthy, whether or not you're still worthy of my praise. In the good times, still worthy. In the bad times, still worthy. When I don't feel like you're still worthy of my praise. Oh, Lord, still worthy. When my prayers are not answered, you're still worthy. Even when they are answered, still worthy of my praise. Whether or not, still worthy. Whether or not you're still God, whether or not you're still worthy of praise, whether or not you're still worthy, whether or not still worthy, whether or not still worthy of my praise. When I'm rejected, still worthy. When I am hated, Lord, still worthy. Oh, Lord, you're still worthy of my praise. Oh, still worthy. Oh, still worthy. Jesus, my Lord, still worthy of my praise. You are light of my life, still worthy. Light of my life, still worthy. Light of my life, still worthy of my praise. Whether or not, still worthy. In the pit or the fire, still worthy. In the flood or the storm, still worthy of my praise. When I go through the fire, you're still worthy. When I go through the flood, still worthy. When I'm in the pit, you're still worthy of my praise. Still worthy. You're still worthy. You're still worthy of my praise. When I go through the fire, you're still worthy. When I face the storm, you're still worthy. In every situation, you're worthy. worthy of my praise. You are still worthy, whether or not, still worthy. Still worthy of my praise. King of glory, still worthy. Shepherd of my life, still worthy. My helper, my lifter, still worthy of my praise. You are my provider, still worthy. My healer, still worthy. My keeper, still worthy of my praise. Ebenezer, still worthy. Jehovah Shammah, still worthy. Jehovah Nissi, still worthy of my praise. Yeah, still worthy. Jehovah Rapha, still worthy. Alaboshai, still worthy of my praise. Oh, I lift my voice to you, still worthy. My heart is in you, still worthy. Maleboshai, Maselebo, still worthy of my praise. No God like you, still worthy. You alone are God, still worthy. Nobody like you, Lord, still worthy of my praise. You're full of mercy and grace, still worthy. Full of compassion and strength, still worthy. Full of your love for me, still worthy of my praise. Ibalaboshai, still worthy. Rafeka, still worthy. The great I am that I am, you're still worthy of my praise. Same God yesterday, still worthy today and forevermore. Jesus Christ, my King, you are still worthy of my praise. Oh, still worthy. When I fall and rise, still worthy. You clothed me, you're still worthy of my praise. Still worthy. It doesn't matter how I feel, still worthy. It doesn't matter how I feel, still worthy. Worthy of my praise.